Welcome y'all to the podcast. Think About It podcast. My name is Montreal. And next to me, I got one of Milwaukee's finest, a friend, a philanthropist, a great guy.
Yes.
He do his thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna hear his music. He been out for about 12 years, 13 years now. I think about 13. When you first did the first album with Bruh
About 15.
in Florida.
I've been out before that.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But that's like the first project.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. Well, just let them know who you are. Matter of fact, just give them your bio.
This your boy Jae Stylz checking in one time for the one time. Thanks for having me, Trail, man. I appreciate you bringing me on here, man.
For sure.
I know this is a long time waiting, coming. But going into what you're saying, yes, I'm a artist fresh out of Milwaukee. I've been doing this since I was a teenager. I've been doing it for a long time, and I gained a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and I got to work with a lot of dope artists. I worked with a few that was alright or not so hot as well.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying. I'm one of those guys that try to give everybody a chance. I would even like when I first came out, I was alright, but I kept working on my pen game, and I got much better. You know what I'm saying. And with brothers like you and your little brother that had me listening to the music that we grew up listening to.
For sure.
That ain't helped me but to really take that serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I'm saying, like, who would you say, like, one of the artists that you work with that made you kind of, like, step up? And one thing, too, like, what motivated you to start rapping? Like, what artist made you first pick up the pen, if you can remember, and say, I want to do this?
For me, I think it started with Tupac.
Okay.
MC Hammer.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay.
What else was I listening to? I was listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay, good choice.
My thing with Bone Thugs and Harmony and the Twisters and the fast spitters of the world, they had me challenging myself to where I was listening word for word of what they were saying. I started writing their lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Like, and and then when once the internet came out, I went to the library to really study these lyrics. Like, damn, this is what he said. So, and that helped me. Like, my mind became a sponge musically. And then, like I said, when I started hanging out with you and your brothers, and
Yeah, for sure.
like, I just would start. These artists I'm naming are just artists I just grew up listening to until I started hanging out with them. Which was, like I said, Pac was number one. He was first, and
For
then.
sure.
Once him and Biggie died, of course Biggie too.
Okay, I was finna say like.
But like I didn't know about the Big L's and the LL Cool J's. I didn't know about none of these cats until I started. I knew about them, but I didn't really pay attention to their music. So I started hanging with these guys, and I'm like, golly, that's a whole nother world you missing out on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The diss is No Vaseline by Ice Cube. I never heard that song till I'm like, wow. And he took a whole team on by himself. That's hard to do.
What would you put him at as one of your if we say that Ice Cube, just asking a question, that what number would you put him at, like behind after Pac, like his motivation to you?
That's a hard one, brother, because, like, when I put an artist in a category, I put them in certain categories, and depending on what are we talking about as far as lyricism, we talking about as them as a rapper all around the board, or is we talking about who sold records, or are we talking about, you know what I'm saying? So when you ask me that, and if I'm gonna be all the way honest, now we gotta bust that shit down to that generation plus this new generation. That's a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So is there anything you want to be specific about when you ask me that?
Yeah, what I was saying is like lyrically, what would you?
Lyrically, Ice Cube. I don't know if he would make my top 10, but he would definitely make my top 20.
Okay, top 20.
Yeah.
Okay. That's decent, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, I say he probably my top 40.
Top 40?
Yeah, like well, let me correct that. I'm gonna say about the top 30, somewhere within about there, because it was so many other people who was nice. Back then everybody was trying to be nice. It was more about lyrics back then. So when I heard your music, Getting to You, because this is about you and your music just as well. We talk about other artists, but this about you and how you making a movement. You know what I'm saying? But a point I'm making is, you came out in an era where lyrics mean something. Fabulous, Jada Kiss, LL, Biggie, Pop, NWA. You know what I'm saying? These cats was really using a pen.
Right,
right. Nas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eric B. and Rakim, Naughty by Nature, De La Soul, like these people really, made music where it was. That's why the way I am today, as I look at these new artists got some lyrics too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain ones that I listen to, like Lupe Fiasco when he came out. You know what I'm saying? And even as me was older then, it was still like his music was like, man, little dude spitting. You know what I'm saying? The Soldier Boy was like, garbage. Just saying. You know what I mean? Like, not saying that he was, he was good for the generation of the kids, because when he came out, he really made party music to where, I seen grown man's Yule, when we went out to the club. You seen, remember dude that had on that pin pocket outfit, old school, with that young girl, and he was that big belly, and he was like, Yule! Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he still had the pencil pocket. So, I'm not going to say that it was like the new age is garbage, because it's not. It's just that I came up on lyrics, people like Fabulous, people who's really spitting, Dipset, Cameron, these people was really Mace. Like that stuff was really lyrical, where you rewinded the lyrics. You had to rewind it. Now you fast forwarding it. Like, man, dude, garbage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, did anybody inspire you in this new time that made you want to write? Like this new generation, like to keep you writing besides the old school?
I gotta tilt my hat to Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
He's definitely one of my new favorite artists. I've been liking him since he came out. You know what I'm saying? Before he became big as he was.
Yeah.
You put me on him.
Oh yeah, ADHD.
Yeah. I didn't like he got into it with my boy Drake. Drake is like one of my favorites. Lil Wayne is one of my favorites.
Okay.
T.I. is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Like these are dudes I probably listen to every day. That's how much I love these guys. Kanye West.
For sure.
He definitely came and changed the game. Jeezy had his time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's just
What about Gucci Man?
I'm a Gucci Man fan, but if I had to choose between Gucci and Jeezy, I'm going with Jeezy. I'm sorry.
Well, that was my choice.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Gucci Man. I ain't got nothing against him. I fucks with you, brother. But it's just something about that. Yeah, what that nigga say. We don't sell Pepsi. We just sell Coke.
Yeah,
this shit just hit different. Like,
and what I'm saying is, look how you remember them lyrics.
Right.
Like, that made you rewind that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I was watching not K-Slade, but when he was talking about mumble rappers, Funk Master Flex. If y'all didn't get a chance, check that out.
Everybody can't come up here.
Everybody can't come up here, and he was talking about the mumble rap, and that became a big fad. You know what I'm saying? Like that became beady body do boo doo, and you like, what dude say? You know what I'm saying? And even if you slow it up, it still didn't make sense.
Right.
So it's like everybody had their time, just like the Yin Yang Twins. At that time, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, crunk music, So Def had their time. Everybody had a period. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, remember we had house music.
Right.
You know, it's time for the percolator. You know, and cats used to be in basements till 2 a.m. just percolating, like, you know. And I'm like, dang, you know, fam, y'all don't play none of the, you know, music that's out. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that everybody had a time. You know what I mean? And like now, this is your time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got how many albums out? Ain't it 3?
I did 2 albums and 4 mixtapes total.
So how can they get in like touch with you? Meaning like, you know, so they can check your music out and, you know, be able to see what you talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I had all my joints on what's it called? Was it my mixtape? It was some site I had my stuff on, and that site got shut down for whatever reason. I don't know what happened with it. I just looked on there one day and it was shut down. But anyway, so I'm working on bringing my old music to a new platform, as well as I'm also working on new projects. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing one with AD Moolah.
Okay.
Shout out my brother AD Moolah.
Shout out AD.
And then I'm also working on another solo project, but this time it's gonna be another like album versus a mixtape.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Don't you and AD got one out? Like,
No, we just finished it. They ain't put it out yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
AD. Like, who else another good artist you work with would you say that made you next to you step your pen game up? What artist like you work with really you was like, dang, this dude like up there?
It's been a couple of artists that I found myself gaining close vibes with and attachments to. Johnny Blaze.
Okay. Shout out Johnny Blaze.
That's my
For
cousin
sure.
/ brother.
Sure. Johnny Blaze.
My brother Blizz.
Okay.
Shout out Blizz, he in Green Bay.
Okay.
Pretty much the guys that I've been around a lot, you know, Tom McVeigh, he's the fucking Full Spin.
Okay.
Full Spin.
Shout out Full Spin if y'all need beats.
Damn. My mind is defeating me right now. I can't think. I don't work with so many people.
Do you think it's the liquor?
Not yet.
Because you did smoke some good gas. So
Yeah, that too.
That happens. Nothing wrong with it. But no, what I was going to say, what about Sparkus Garvey?
Sparkus Garvey, he was dope. We did some dope shit together. Yeah, Black Religion,
Okay.
Honey Bee. She was dope. We did some music back in the day when rest in peace Hollywood.
Hollywood, rest in peace. Yeah, that's when you signed to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened with that? You and Hollywood, I know rest in peace to the brother, but I remember you signed. I was there that day. And it was over some Milwaukee best.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, no, I'm saying, remember the dude had the Milwaukee best. After you signed the contract, the drunk dude was like, hey, welcome to the contract. And I'm like, at least you could have had Miller Draft or Pabst. You know what I'm saying? Or Budweiser. You come with Milwaukee best. You know what I'm saying? Like, but getting off that.
Yeah, getting off of that.
But you signed, how did you feel? Was you comfortable with the deal or?
I was comfortable. I mean, you talking about with Hollywood? Yeah, everything was smooth. It's just like I was going through a lot of shit personally at the time that I couldn't strictly focus on the music like I wanted to.
Okay.
I was trying to, but I was like, and then I was was in there like in the streets for real back then.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, doing this, doing a little of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about. You was there.
Yeah.
But looking back, I don't regret it. I learned my lesson. You know, it taught me to just be more professional and say what you mean and mean what you say, and don't just talk, walk. You know, make your actions fit with what you say you want to do. You know, you can't say you want to be an artist, but you running the streets. You doing everything except doing artistry shit. You know what I'm saying? And I pay for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie.
How many shows can you say you did?
Shows?
Yeah, like
from the time I started till now?
No, like what you say when you first did your music career, it was in Florida, right? My little brother, what was the producer dude's name? That was your first video, chilling, cooling, you know.
Your brother did that video.
Yeah. Let them know the video. I mean, how do they get to
it's
see
called
that video?
Cooling by yours truly, Jae Stylz. It's you gotta spell it a certain way. Jae Stylz. Jae Stylz.
Okay.
The video's called Cooling. It's one of my classic songs. Actually, that video got more plays than all my other videos.
Man, cause that, you know, you was on. Where was you at in Tampa? No, that was Orlando, right? When y'all shot
we
that.
went to Miami.
Oh, see, that's why. That's why when you looked at the video, it looked at like, you know, it was like you was in a rich setting. You know, it was a nice camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your video was pretty nice, and I liked it how the scenery was. Y'all need to check that out, you know, because he's really a local artist here with major places, but local artists, they do need support, and you got a lot of people out here who really spitting hard, and I want to bring on interviews and stuff like to get these people known, because it's, you know, we look at every other artist from other cities and give them respect, but inside our own Milwaukee, it's like our people don't get no love like that even from their own city. You know what I'm saying? It's over 700 and some thousand people in Milwaukee, meaning like if a person got at least 100,000 people in the city to support them, you know, that's good enough. You know, a person, you know, can have recognition. So it's like this Jae Stylz, you know, check him out. The things that he do, you know, your local artists support him, you know, because they need that. You know what I'm saying? I hear us on here talking about Biggie, we talking about Pac, you know, but it's like, you know, my man's Jae Stylz here. You got people like
Entertainment.
Yeah,
that's the label I'm with now. Underdogs Entertainment.
let them know that.
Shout out to Underdogs. You know, no excuses, just results.
Who all on that label?
That list it was long at one point and then became short, and that's for reasons that's beyond out of my control. I know nothing about. Hey, it is what it is. It's a business at the end of the day. Some people show up to work and some people don't. And like I said, I don't have nothing against nobody, but at the same time, if I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna practice what I preach. If I tell that, that's how y'all brought me up. Like, don't say you a hustler, but you never hustling. Don't say that you a rapper.
I always said that, yeah.
Like, nigga, how are you a rapper? Where was your music at? You know what I'm saying? Make sure you show up when it count. Type shit.
You know what was a funny thing, and we gotta laugh, you know, when we experienced, is when you had that show and you didn't make it.
Yes, he did. He showed up.
You showed up, but the cop showed up on you knocking on the window. You know, that was funny when you used to rock the club down the street from my house, and y'all was there for the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had some funny moments, because that was funny. You made it to your show, but didn't do the show because the cops was knocking on your window. And you fell asleep.
You got there an hour early.
And I was like, how? I was like, remember you called me? He was like, man, I just got out of jail. I was like, what the heck happened, bro? I was asleep.
They was bogus.
And then, yeah, I remember that. But you,
I was in the car smoking and I probably fell asleep.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But what I'm saying is, you did a lot of shows. What was your biggest show? Would you say, was it in Milwaukee? Was it in Green Bay? Like, what would you say? Like, a lot of people came out to support you at it.
It would probably be a tie between Uptowner.
Okay.
And I did a show, and I think that was Appleton. And I'm talking about, I just posted a clip up a few weeks ago, like, the crowd was singing the lyrics with me and shaking my hand while I'm rapping and shit.
Man.
And then we left to go get something to eat or some shit like that. And they said, they was like, where the fuck they go? Play that shit again. They played our shit again. The club was going crazy. There was strippers in there and shit. I was mad as a bitch. Like, why the fuck we leave then? We came back. They still showed us love, but I was like, dog, when it's like that, it's up.
That was a good feeling, wasn't it?
It's a great feeling.
What about who you opened up for? I think you went...
I've opened up for T-Rail.
Okay.
I've opened up for, what's his name?
Was it
Montana 300, yeah.
Full spin.
I opened up for Twister. I've opened up for...
Full spin entertainment.
I've been opened up for Full Spin. I've opened up for what's dude name? Ice Mall.
Okay. Now that's a Milwaukee legend.
I opened
Ice
up.
Mall. Yeah.
I opened up for Baby Drew. I opened up for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
I just can't remember them all right now.
And what opening up for them, I'm saying that's why I was saying, like, what was your funnest, if you could say?
T-Rail was one of my funnest because T-Rail was a real one. He came out and shook our hands and, on some player shit. I was like, okay, T-Rail, you really like that, my nigga. I respect that.
Hello, Moto.
This will be during a commercial break. But he's always busy, so phone calls happen.
Full spin.
So your beat maker is who? Full Spin? Cause you've been with Full Spin, y'all been making hits and
I was a Full Spin artist when I first got out of
shout
jail.
out Full Spin.
And then he introduced me. Well, he didn't introduce me, but like him and Blizz met. Like Blizz came to the studio, which is where I was with Full Spin at the time. I was a Full Spin artist for like maybe 2-3 years. And then when I got off Papers, it was just like, it's like the Boston Celtics to the Lakers.
Okay.
That's basically what it was.
Okay.
Like my vibe with Spin is great, but my vibe with Blizz was it was the same way, just different.
Okay.
And so we just both came up to the conclusion, like he been wanting me to come join him, so I was like, man, fuck it, let's do it. And I done it, and we've been rocking ever since. You know what I'm saying?
So what's some of your latest music, like right now that people can check out? Like your latest.
TD4 got everything lit. That's on the video on YouTube.
Okay.
Every mixtape I dropped at least a video for it. What was TD3's video? Talk My Shit.
Okay.
Talk My Shit. Jae Stylz, Talk My Shit.
And it all white too?
All White is the latest video I dropped. That's the first video for me and AD's project that's about to drop.
What's the one with John the Man in the video? Which one was that one?
John the Man.
Right here.
Yeah, that's All White.
Yeah, that's that video. All white.
Mm-hmm.
And I think John had on all white too.
Eddie Baby.
Probably, we get the $5 tees out here, so we don't need to. In Vegas, they 15.
Oh, man.
We do
that
it
nigga
here.
Spade didn't show up with a fucking white tee.
That's
And
crazy.
AD got on his ass like, bro, you knew about this shit for the last 2 months.
That's crazy. Like, you can't, it's a white video, but you.
Everybody got on white except like 2-3 motherfuckers. Like, but I wasn't mad. I was just glad that he showed up. That's better than not even showing up. Like, damn, nigga.
Yeah, I'm saying you've been out here putting down a lot of work, man. Honestly, like, you know, for years, even me watching you from when we met, you know, on and now, you know, you always been a cold lyricist. Like, you know, I considered you because, you know, you spit it like what I liked it, like people who put time into their bars and wanted stuff. It's like a person matching their shoes to their clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
you're
right.
not stepping outside unless, you know, these shoes is going straight with the outfit, with the hat, you know.
And with, I shake your hand and I appreciate that.
For sure.
But you also need to know that's somewhat y'all fault because I feel like my music represents not just me, but my brothers behind me or with me. You know what I'm saying? I watched the shit you went through. I watched the shit he went through. I watched the shit he went through.
For sure.
Y'all seen the shit I went through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I always got some shit to talk about.
Yeah, really do.
And it's no shade towards nobody. I just feel like music should be, it's a form of art.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a form of art. And everybody ain't gonna like what you like, and you ain't gonna like everything everybody else like. Like a lot of y'all favorite rappers, not my favorite rapper. A lot of my favorite rappers, y'all not gonna like. Like Rick Ross is in my top 10.
Wow.
Lil
What would
Wayne-
be your top 10? Let me stop you. Let me ask you that. Since you said Ross is top 10, so yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, because that's hard to say for a top 10 to me.
Right. It is?
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask you.
Okay. Tupac is always gonna be number one.
Okay.
And then Biggie number 2. Lil Wayne number 3.
Okay.
Number 4, I'm gonna give it to Drake.
Man, that's strong right there.
Right. Number 5, I'm gonna give it 50. Number 6, I'm gonna give Jay-Z.
Okay.
7, Kiss.
About
8,
time. Yeah. I was,
Fab.
mm.
9. Did I say Kendrick?
No, you saying them now.
Okay, Kendrick. And then 10 will probably be
I thought you said Ross.
a toss up between. Damn, I gotta do it over because I forgot. This is a couple of man. Top 10. Okay. Like I said, Tupac. He always gonna be number 1 to me. That ain't gonna never change. Biggie number 2. And then I said Lil Wayne number 3.
Drake number.
Drake number 4. Ross, I give number 5. 6. Eminem. 7. Jadakiss.
You switched that whole list.
Right, I know. That's why I was like, it's registering. 50. Jada. And shit. Who am I missing?
You missing a lot.
I know I'm still missing Jay-Z, Nas, so many niggas can go in there. But them pretty much be my top 10.
So what's your top Milwaukee?
Top Milwaukee. Baby Drew will be my number 1. Cuckoo Cow will be my number 2.
Shout out to both of them.
They made me really start believing in Milwaukee music.
What about Money Green Eyes? Shout out to him. You know, he was cutting my hair at Ebony too. Well, he was doing his thing. Shout out to Money Green Eyes. You know, Ice Mom. What about Ice Mom?
Ice Mom, he's so dope.
Rest in peace. You gotta come on now, Young Twan. You know, Young Twan.
Young Twan.
Rest in peace, definitely.
Young Twan.
You know, real brother, for real. I know him, so I can say that. I dealt with him a lot of times. So, yeah, great brother. You know.
Kid the Rap Princess.
Okay, shout out. Yeah, for sure. The females here.
LaKeisha.
Okay.
QD. Shout out QD. That's my homegirl.
Shout out. Prince.
I gotta give my tip my hat to Big Frank. He definitely taking off in Milwaukee.
So
right
love
now.
to Big Frank. What about Chicken P? What about
Shot Chicken P. Chicken P, you doing your motherfucking thing too.
Okay.
JP.
Yeah, JP. We got a lot of
JP got me upset because the only thing that pissed me off is you came out with a song talking about shake that ass, and then after the streets talked and say that you was doing some low on DL shit. Now you coming out talking about you bisexual, my man. But before, like, you can't do that. You can't use our heterosexual shit to get your shit up, and then motherfuckers call you out like you ain't even like that. You like niggas and bitches. And then, oh man, now like none of my superheroes ain't doing that. So I'm still gonna give it to him because I do like the song. I was a fan. Just like what's his name? Who else did that? Novocaine.
Okay. All right.
What's his name?
That's Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
I love that nigga. But then when he came out after he took out, I was like, hey man, you can't trust nobody's music no more. Let me love you. Let me love you. By the way, I like Dick. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah,
Nigga.
that was something that was big when that happened, you know, because I started with Frank Ocean with Tyler, the Creator. And I should give a shout out to Tyler because he brought out a lot of people that people don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like he was been a part of that helped out. So, you know, that's when I did it. Then when I found out, I was like, dang, you know, dog was cold with them lyrics. But this is the age of that anyway. You know, majority of these artists is that anyway. You know, they just act hard because, you know, they want to keep that feeling that they still a man. You know what I mean?
Right. And
so,
I don't care about you being gay.
For sure. For sure.
But if you're going to be gay out the gate. Don't wait till you take off or wait until somebody pull up your resume and then now you like, oh, no. That ain't how that work. You can't come out as a heterosexual artist and then be like, oh, well, guess what? I'm gay now. What?
So what I'm saying is, if you had the battle rap a transgender, would you feel comfortable?
They got a gay dude about that.
Would I battle the transgender?
Like,
Hell yeah, I'll be comfortable.
Yeah, you know.
As long as he ain't doing no personal shit, then we good.
See, I like that. Because then, you know, that's not...
Just know what you sign up for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to warn too, because I can use that against you.
For sure. For sure. And that's why I said, you know, it's like, you know, a lot of people in this industry is that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it.
Right.
You know, it's just, you know, you're not in a circle and you got to be happy that you're not. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people in that circle, they know, you know, we just watching videos and looking but we're not at no parties or theirs, you know. One day you might be, you know what I'm saying? But I look at you like you're going to have your own stuff, and at yours going to be straight up real man and real women, you know, whatever it might be besides that.
Right.
But, you know, I know you as a straight brother, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it's good that you don't discriminate against that. You know, we don't preach that, you know what I'm saying, on this podcast. Be who you are, you know what I'm saying, and love who you are, but also know, you know what I'm saying, we just, you know, we respect the ones who be honest and come out and not hiding it. That's the only thing I say. You know, if you that, just be that. Say it. You know, don't hide it and try to keep it secret. That's stuff they did back in the 80s, you know what I mean? But they always say history repeats itself, so.
Young and man.
You know,
She been known since she been out. And she cold.
Oh, yeah, Young and May.
I love her. I love her music. She fucking can spit.
Days Low. You know, Days Low.
Days Low she is too?
Nah, I'm just saying, lyrically spitting like females that was like, you know, they thought Days Low. I can't say if she is, and I don't know. I'm not around her, but you know, a lot of people thought because her short.
I know she was fucking with Dirk at one point,
but her short hairstyle, you know, they always try to consider women who have
her
type of
tomboyish demeanor.
you know, that they was, but I never seen it like, you know, I think she real enough to come out and say it if she was. Because right now is the time for people too. Ain't nobody judging nobody. You know.
Right. Don't nobody even care.
So I'm gonna ask you something. What you feel about what they saying in this game of the snitching or these rappers coming out? Like, do you care if they snitch or not, or is you like, long if they make good music, you just with them? Like, you're not caught up in that.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm from that era where snitches get stitches.
Okay.
And you know, it's just certain things that we don't tolerate. And motherfucker that told, I honestly, and I'm not doing nothing legal, but respectfully, I prefer you not be around me because you're telling, you like, what are you gaining by telling on somebody? Getting a lighter sentence, if some business of mine, if something happened on the fly, this is how I look at that. If something happened on the fly, where I had to blame somebody or I had to run off on do some illegal shit, and you're there, now I got to worry about you because you got a history of telling.
Yeah, that's
versus
true.
If I'm around my people that I know are solid, I don't got to worry about that. If I leave a rack right here on the table and go and leave and come back, will that 10 racks still be here?
Exactly.
That's the same predicament the type of person you're dealing with. You're iffy. If I got to worry about you, then you are a liability.
But what I'm saying is, right now, to people,
I get what you're saying though. The rat, the snitching is cool. The motherfuckers hanging out with
But what I'm saying,
with the ops is cool. All type of fucked up shit going on.
People are at a position to where they saying to themselves, do I want to do 40 years of my life trying to keep it solid, or if I got a little something to say, I can get out in 2-3 years? And see, a lot of people don't. I watch people who told and still got 20-30 years.
Right.
So sometimes telling period, but sometimes telling is like, it's still not a serious thing, but that's to people who love living this life. This is what I'm trying to say. That only portrays for people who lives in that type of environment. If your surrounding is not that, you going to court on somebody, it won't be telling. You see what I'm saying? It's only telling in the black community, any other community too, but like for rappers and drug dealers, that's the target. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just a civilian, a citizen, I don't call that snitching. I call that you just, you're doing what a civilian do. It's a crime going on. You don't want it in your neighborhood. You sick of it going on. You're a citizen. Now, if you're in the streets and you're committing a crime and you doing that with somebody and you go telling, that's different. Because every man should take their own
fall.
Your fall. If you got caught, you got caught. You know what I'm saying? And only I can explain nothing or only say what I did. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not me talking about another man, what he did, how he did. That's, you caught that man, let him talk to you.
Like Jesus said, if his name on your paperwork, he had your name was in his mouth at some point.
But that's the whole point about this game, because I looked at how Gunner, you know what I'm saying, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and a lot of people was like, when that situation happened with Tekashi too, I was like, he had the right to do it. I looked at it like that was some bogus shit that y'all was doing to that man. And y'all really want his people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that he was in the wrong. You slept with his girl, y'all kidnapped him, robbed him, extorted him, was stealing money. Like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Even he had a choice to come kill y'all and be locked up for the rest of his life, or he had a choice to say, you know what, I'm going to get y'all this way because I know I can't do it this way, so I got y'all. And really, you want my friends anyway because y'all tried to kill me.
Right.
So that's like a total difference to me when I look at things like how shiesty that was, what he went through, and like, damn, you know, that's some type of stuff where, like I said, he scapegoated out. Same thing with Gunner. I didn't ever think Gunner told on Young Thug. Gunner just got out the situation. You know, let me get back out to the street so I can get to my money and things that I need to do as well. Still look out for the label. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you know, that's a hard thing about the snitching.
I was told too though that Thugger told him, "Hey, you know, since the both of us being locked up, you go ahead and you know bust that move and get out there and go do what you got to do, and just make sure you look out on your back here because I'm in here still."
For sure. Yeah.
That's real street
Yeah,
shit.
that is.
I can respect that.
That
You want me
is.
to roll over on you in exchange? Go out here and sell some records, put some bangers out, sell some records. But when I'm here also, since Thugger came home, his songs ain't hitting like that no more. And Thugger's is. I mean, Gunner's is. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Gunner just took over Thugger's shit? Like, what? So now Gunner more popular than Thugger?
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
you know, that's what it was because, you know, Gunner.
I knew he was as talented as Thugger.
Yeah.
Low key in some ways better, just like Rich Homie Quan. See where he at?
Yeah, for sure.
Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan.
Rest in peace, brother. But I like to say thank you for coming out, man.
Oh,
Let
it's
them
pleasure.
know, please let them know again where they can reach you at.
Jason Phillips on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Jae Stylz, JaeStylz.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram, J Puffalot on there, JPuffalot.
There's some nice names.
Once again,
What
bro,
about Sir Drink a Lot?
Sir Drake a lot.
That'd be kind of cool.
Maybe.